Hello students, welcome again in the video lecture presentation series on plant ecology. I am Dr. Deepak Koche, working as Professor Department of Botany, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola, Maharashtra. I am welcoming you all in the 12th lecture of this series, and the title is Community Ecology. In this lecture, we will study specifically the concept of community ecology and its qualitative and quantitative characters. Okay. So friends, in ecology, a community is usually a group or association of populations of two or more different species occupying the same geographical area at the same time, and it is also known as biosynosis. Now, what exactly is this? If a particular area, geographical area, it is occupied by two or more than two different populations, then it combinedly form a particular community. And this concept has been given by Robert Whittaker in 1975. So first of all, we will deal some basic about the concept of community ecology. So community, as I had already told you, that it is defined as the assemblage of individuals of different species in an unit area at given time. Earlier in the previous lecture we had seen the population. Population is the assemblage of individuals from the same species, but here it is assemblage of individuals from different species. Okay, all the individuals of the different species live together and share the same habitat. They also influence the each other's life directly or indirectly. The study of a particular community, it is called as the community ecology. And each community which is locating in different geographical area, that has its own characteristic features. Okay, this concept of community, it has been given by Robert Whittaker in 1975. Now generally two different types of communities has been identified: major community and minor community. Now see what exactly is the major community. Major community is the large community that is self-regulating. It is self-sustaining and independent unit comprising of number of minor communities. For example, a lake, a forest, a desert, a grassland. So these are the examples of major communities. Now minor communities are, these are not self-sustaining units. It is depend on the another community for their sustenance. Major community, they are self-sustaining, self-regulating. Minor communities, they are not self-sustaining, they depend on the other community for their existence. Okay, for example, suppose the major community is a forest, and in that you generally found the plant communities, animal community, and microbial community, you can say, and some other communities. So this plant community, then animal community, microbial community, some other, suppose avians and other things. So these forming the minor community. Forest is major community, then plant communities, animal community, microbial community, these are the minor communities. Okay, now it is clear now. Next one. Now any community, it shows two different types of characteristic features. The first one, quantitative characters, and second one is the qualitative characters. Now first of all we will see quantitative characters of a community. Okay, the first quantitative characteristic, it is the frequency. Okay, now frequency is the number of sampling unit. It is always expressed in percentage, and it is the number of sampling unit in which a particular species is occurring. Okay, the frequency can be determined by transect method bisect method, quadrate method, or the point centered method. These are the different methods to calculate the or determine the frequencies. Okay. Now mathematically, frequency in percentage can be calculated or expressed as number of sampling units in which the species occurred divided by total number of sampling units studied into 100. Why into 100? Because we have to obtain the frequency in percentage. Okay. Now after determining the percentage frequency of each species, various species are usually categorized according to the Raunkiers 5 frequency classes. Raunkier, it has given frequency classes of a particular community in 1934. Okay. Now which are those classes? So here class A, B, C, D are given, and the range of frequency it is given. If the frequency range is 0 to 20%, then it is the class A. 21 to 40% in class B, then 41 to 60 it is included in class C, 61 to 80 it is included in class D, 81 to 100 it is included in class E. Okay, so this is about frequency as quantitative character of community. The next one, density. Now it is the numerical strength of a species in a particular community. Okay, what is it? Numerical strength of a species. Okay, the number of individuals of a species in any unit area, it is called as its density. Okay, the density of a species can be calculated as the total number of individuals of a specific species in all the sampling units divided by total number of sampling unit studied. Okay, what is the density? Total number of individuals of a species in all the sampling units divided by total number of sampling unit studied. Okay, this is about density, the second characters. The third character, it is abundance. Okay, this is the number of individuals of any species per sampling unit of occurrence. How it is calculated? It is calculated as number of individuals of the species in all sampling units divided by number of sampling units in which that species occurred. This is called as the abundance of that particular species. Okay, so this another one, fourth quantitative character, that is cover and basal area. Now the above ground part of plant, which comprises leaves, stems, inflorescence, etc., occupies certain area determined by a vertical projection. It is called as the cover. Now here you can say the stem, leaves and inflorescence. So its area, its vertical projection area, it is covered, it is called as the cover. Okay, this may be measured as canopy cover, foliage cover or herbage cover. Okay, basal area refers to the ground actually penetrated by all stems, which can be easily measured after removal of leaves and clipping the stem at ground level. This one, basal area, this circle like structure, smaller and larger circles, they are giving the cover. Okay, now it is measured either 2.5 centimeter above the ground level or at actual ground level. Okay, so basal area is this one, ट्री बेसल एरिया, जो सर्कल दिख रहे हैं आप लोगों को छोटे वाले, और जो फोलिएज और लीफ कवर जो हर्बेज कवर दिख रहा है वो ये बड़े सर्कल से इंडिकेट किया हुआ है. ओके, So these were about the quantitative characters of a community. Now qualitative characters of the community that we will see. The first one, species composition. Now what exactly is the species composition? The kind of plants and other organisms present in a particular community indicate its species composition. Okay. What is this? The kind of plants and other organisms present in a particular community, they indicate the species composition, which differs from one community to the another community, because it is not possible that each community has the same type of plants and same type of other organisms. Okay. Sometimes in the same community there may be seasonal variation in plant species. It is observed that कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि एक ही कम्युनिटी में, सेम कम्युनिटी में जो प्लांट स्पीसीज है वो वराई हो सकती है सीजनली. ओके. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन, नेक्स्ट क्वालिटेटिव कैरेक्टर इज द डोमिनेंस. A biotic community may have major categories of growth forms such as trees, shrubs, herbs, mosses, etc. Out of hundreds of species present in a particular community, relatively only a few exert major controlling influence due to their large size or more number and their activities. Okay. The phenomenon, it is called as the dominance. Dominant species are those which are highly successful ecologically and which determine to a considerable extent the conditions under which the associated species must grow. Okay. The dominance in the community may be the result of co-action between two or more species. Generally we found that in a particular geographical area, suppose in one particular forest, we found one or 2-3 species, they are growing very vigorously, very dominantly, and they are successful in their growth and development than the other species. Such species, they are referred as the dominant species. The another character is the physiognomy. It is the general appearance of vegetation. It referred to as the physiognomy. Okay. It constitutes general stature of that particular vegetation, shape and life forms of that particular species comprising a vegetable or vegetation, and actually the classification of vegetation types has been done on the basis of the physiognomy. Okay. The physiognomy is the total effect created by the combination of vertical structure and architecture of dominant species of the vegetation. Okay. Now what exactly is the physiognomy? It is the general appearance of that particular vegetation. That is called as the physiognomy. Okay. The next one, it is species diversity, which is found in the community. The biotic community is the natural assemblage of large number of plants and animals in a particular area, that we all know. However, in any particular habitat, there is no considerable variation in environmental conditions. The plants growing together in a community shows unique uniformity in their behavior. However, the community in tropical rainforest have more species richness and diversity as compared to the other communities. Now what is the species diversity? एक पर्टिकुलर जियोग्राफिकल कंडीशन में जो कम्युनिटी है उसमें कितने अलग अलग तरह के स्पीसीज अवेलेबल है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द स्पीसीज डाइवर्सिटी. नेचुरली जो ट्रॉपिकल रेन फॉरेस्ट है वहाँ की स्पीसीज डाइवर्सिटी बाकी के कंपैरिजन में बहुत ज़्यादा है. ओके. द अनदर important aspect is character is ecotone and age effect. What exactly is this one? The zone where two or more different communities meet and integrate, it is called as the transition zone or इकोटोन. ऐसी जगह जहाँ पे दो कम्युनिटीज एक जगह पे मिल रहे हैं, उनका जो ट्रांजिशन जोन होता है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द इकोटोन. दिस जोन मे बी ए नैरो और वाइड, local between field or a forest, or regional between forest and grassland. उसको लोकल बोला जाता है जब वो फील्ड और फॉरेस्ट के बीच में होता है, और रीजनल बोला जाता है जब वो फॉरेस्ट और ग्रासलैंड के बीच में होता है. ओके, इकोटोन कंटेन्स फ्यू स्पीसीज दैट फ्रॉम बोथ द कम्युनिटीज. जो इकोटोन में स्पीसीज डाइवर्सिटी होती है वो स्पीसीजेस दोनों जोन में होती है. द टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्पीसीज इज ऑफन ग्रेटर इन द इकोटोन दैन द एडजॉइनिंग कम्युनिटीज. एंड इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग ये है कि जो ट्रांजिशन जोन होता है वहाँ पे जो नंबर ऑफ स्पीसीज होते हैं वो ज़्यादा होते हैं, किसके मुकाबले, जो दो कम्युनिटीज वहाँ पे मिल रहे हैं उनके मुकाबले. ओके, दिस पोटेंशियल फॉर द इकोटोन टू एक्ट एज हैबिटेट फॉर स्पीसीज फाउंड इन नाइदर मेजर कम्युनिटीज, इट इज कॉल्ड एज द एज इफेक्ट. और ये जो इफेक्ट है जहाँ पे कुछ अलग स्पीसीजेस इस ट्रांजिशन जोन में मिल रहे हैं, दैट इफेक्ट इज कॉल्ड एज द एज इफेक्ट. ओके, thus the tendency of increased variety and density of some organisms at the community border, it is called as the age effect. Okay, now the another important character is the keystone species. Now the species which has much greater influence on community characters relative to other low abundance or its other biomass are known as the keystone species. Such species play a vital role in controlling the relative abundance of other species. Okay, when keystone species is removed, it causes serious disruptions in the functioning of that particular community. Now, what exactly is the keystone species? These are controlling species. They have high impact on that particular community. Okay, and mostly it relate with the liveliness of that particular community. If such is the species, that is called as the keystone species. Now another important feature is of a community, it is the stratification. Now this stratification that we are going to see, it is in a biotic community, plants occurring together under a similar ecological condition in a given area is called as a strata, and its development is called as the stratification. Okay, the size and number of strata depends on different kind of life forms present in that particular area. Okay, now we all are known to that a particular forest or particular vegetation, it may have number of life forms like herbs, shrubs and trees, smaller trees, larger trees, likewise. Now, most temperate forests or forest communities, they are found to have 3 to 4 strata of such plant community. In desert, alpine and grassland, mostly 1 to 2 strata are found. But in case of the tropical rainforest, they are extreme complex and may have more than 5 to 7, at least 5 to 7 strata. Now you can say this tropical rainforest stratification, that this picture that I had taken from the internet. Okay, there is the first one, ground level strata is there, shrub layer strata is there, understory layer is there, canopy layer is there, and immersion layer is there. So all these, they are having a layering. Okay, ground layer, then herby or shrubby layer, then intermediate tree layer, canopy layer. So likewise, this type of association, it is called as the stratification of a particular community. The another important feature of a particular community, it is nothing but the sociability. Okay, Sociability refers the degree to which the plants are aggregated in a community. It is not a constant feature. Understand, this is not a constant feature. Okay, we usually found that 2 or 3 different species, plant species, they grow together. That is called as the sociability. Okay, it mostly depends on the life forms, mode of reproduction, vigor of plant, habitat conditions, and competition between individuals. The 5 sociability classes are identified. Okay, in class 1 we usually include the plants which are growing singly. Okay, अगर कोई प्लांट सिंगली ग्रो हो रहा है तो वो सोशिएबिलिटी के क्लास 1 में है. The plants which are growing in small groups of 3-4 plants species, then it is called as the class 2. If the plants are growing in small scattered patches, they are included in the class 3 of sociability. If the plants are growing in larger patches, then it is they are included under class 4 sociability. And when the plants are growing in very large strands, in such condition they are included under sociability class 5. Okay, so likewise we have to study the community. So what we had seen the community concept, we had seen the qualitative characters of community, we had seen the quantitative characters of community. I think you had understood the concept of community. If you have any query, you can mail me, or you can comment on my video. I will definitely try to solve it. Again, we will meet soon with the another aspect of plant ecology. Till then, goodbye.